There are times when we walk through life under a heavy veil of dread, haunted by shadows of things that might happen, yet haven't. We stand at the crossroads of what is and what could be, our minds entrapped in the chaos of uncertainty. Yet, Epictetus, the Stoic slave-turned-philosopher, showed us a way to find freedom, a path through the turmoil that so often binds us. Epictetus understood that the unknown, the unforeseen, has a way of unsettling even the strongest minds. He taught, however, that our distress comes not from the unknown itself, but from our reaction to it. Man is disturbed not by things, he said, but by the views he takes of them. The storm outside does not shake us. It is our trembling at the prospect of being swept away. And so he invites us to a kind of daring, not to conquer uncertainty, but to face it without fear, to accept it as one would accept the turn of seasons or the inevitable setting of the sun. In his words and those of other Stoics, there lies a core truth. What lies beyond our control is not ours to carry. Imagine the weight we bear when we try to hold on to every possibility, every risk, every doubt. Epictetus urged us to instead focus on what is within reach, our judgments, our intentions, our choices. Seek not for events to happen as you wish, but wish for events to happen as they do, and you will have a tranquil flow of life. This is not a call to passive acceptance, but rather a challenge to master our inner world, to fortify our minds, so we are no longer at the mercy of the winds. How often do we chase after assurances, clawing for certainty in a world that offers none? In doing so, we become prisoners of our own making. Instead, Epictetus guides us to a different path, the path of courage, not in controlling fate, but in shaping ourselves, to brace ourselves against doubt and to meet it with fortitude rather than fear. He reminds us that we have but one domain in which we can truly exercise control: ourselves, our perceptions, our responses. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic who walked the path of Epictetus, reminded himself daily, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." We do not deny the storms, nor the shifting sands of life. Instead, we cultivate an unbreakable calm within, a steadfastness that remains unmoved. This is how we approach uncertainty, not with the hope that the world will bend to our will, but with the strength to remain undaunted, regardless of what comes. For the Stoic, this is not resignation, it is liberation, to surrender the illusion of control over what lies outside, and instead strive for mastery over ourselves. We accept what we cannot change, not with defeat, but with peace, a peace that arises from the knowledge that no amount of external chaos can breach the calm we build within. Epictetus taught that even as a slave, he was free. True freedom, he argued, comes not from a lack of obstacles, but from a mind that remains undisturbed. If you want to improve, he urged, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. For what do we fear more than the unknown? Often, it is the fear of being misunderstood, of losing face, of appearing weak. But when we embrace uncertainty, we learn that strength lies not in the eyes of others, but in our own unwavering acceptance of life as it is. We too can follow this path. Let us remind ourselves of Epictetus's words, day after day, until they become part of the marrow of our bones. Let us seek the strength not to escape uncertainty, but to greet it as an old companion, to meet it with dignity, poise, and an unflinching heart. By doing so, we become architects of our own souls, masters of our own minds. So, when the fog of uncertainty gathers before you, remember, it is not the world that demands a change. It is we who must change. And in this change, we find liberation. We find the calm that no storm can shatter, the strength that no doubt can shake. Epictetus has shown us the way. It is now ours to walk.